Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the Strength LR Kaioken Goku. So we're going to be taking a look at just how good the Strength Kaioken Goku is on DBZ Dokkan Battle Global. So obviously this is Battle Against Limits. Goku, Kaioken, he's an all-out struggle or final trump card lead of 150% with 4 ki. He raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage to the enemy, while massively raising attack and defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage to the enemy while sacrificing 4% HP. I almost said Megal there. If there is an enemy whose name includes Vegeta, Kid, Jr., etc. excluded, at the start of the character's attacking turn, it will activate the entrance animation once only, and you will get ki plus 3 and attack of 70% for the rest of battle. You have attack and defense of 100% with ki plus 7 for 7 turns from the start of turn, plus an additional attack and defense of 59% when performing a super attack. He also gains an additional attack of 59% if it is an ultra super attack, and randomly changes ki spheres of a certain type, strength excluded, to strength ki spheres. He also has a high chance, which is 50% of a critical hit, which is pretty good. He has an active skill which greatly raises his attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage, and stuns the enemy for 1 turn. It can be activated when health is 59% or less. And he has Kamehameha Z Fighters, Over in a Flash, the Saiyan Lineage, Shocking Speed, Shattering the Limit, and Legendary Power as his links. While being on Pure Saiyan's full power, Goku's Family, Kamehameha, Final Trump Card, All Out Struggle, Turtle School, Bond of Friendship, Accelerated Battle, Battle of Fate, Saiyan Saga, and Bond of Parent and Disciple. Because Goku has a 50% chance to fire a critical hit anyway, you're probably going to want to build him into full additional. So obviously this first event we're going to be taking on a Vegeta. This is so we can obviously see just how good Goku is. His entrance animation is about to play, so you can watch that, and then we'll dive right in.
Even the lowest born can outdo the elite if they work hard enough.
Pretty nice entrance animation. I think it's really cool how they captured the Saiyan Saga style with the animations just in general. They didn't really like re-up them or anything. They do a very good job of capturing the art styles that are present in the anime at that time. As we can see here, 7.3 million. Really good stuff. 55%. All Gokus in this video will be 55%. And his defense was sitting at a nice chunky 100 or so thousand. After super attacking, that will be around 300,000. Goku has a double multiplier for his attack, or 2 layers of multiplication within his passive. However, he does not have that for his defense. But his defense is really good after super. Goku's definitely more a second slot unit. He's not going to be rocking 400, 300, 500k defense in that first slot, but he will, generally speaking, have very acceptable defense afterwards. Here we have double support on the rotation, so this will be probably the highest attack stat we see. We also have quite a few links active with this physical LR Goku, who's one of his best pairing partners overall. They share 5 links, which is very good. And we're going to see how well they do. He has 132,000 defense, so we're looking at about 350 after his super. And in terms of damage, we should be seeing the highest attack stat we'll see. And 9.9 million, pretty good. This is a 55% unit without all level 10 links, and that is without activating his his active skill. So that's without utilizing his active skill, and that is without level 10 links. So 9.9 million, pretty good. Obviously a very good situation for him. We're not operating under a 200% leader skill either. We are using him as a friend lead, so we actually have less than 170% stats across the board. If you utilized him on the Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Gohan unit, you would actually have a pretty decent pairing, or stats under them, because obviously they lead Goku's family for 170%. They do Android Cell Saga though for the 30%. So I don't think he has a 200% lead just yet. If I'm not mistaken, he's not on Movie Heroes, he's not on Power Beyond Super Saiyan, he's not on Fuse Fighters, and he's not on GT. He's not on Goku's Family and Android Cell Saga. So far, pretty decent. Obviously a very, very good attack stat, followed up with, again, another very good attack stat. These are not small numbers. Obviously, it's with the condition that this is against a Vegeta. Now, Vegeta is a very common enemy, but he's an enemy you're only going to face in, obviously, the Legendary or Fighting Legend Vegeta event, and also in some SBR and some ESBR. You currently won't face him in any of the red zones, obviously, so that's a little bit of a bummer. Wish it kind of included like baby Vegeta, would have been cool. Would have helped out a lot as well. But yeah, so although it is very, very big attack stats, and Vegeta is a fairly common enemy, I would say it's good for about a third of the difficult content that Goku can face. You know, the Legendary Vegeta event's going to be very good. The SBR and ESBR, there are plenty of stages that Goku will face a Vegeta in. Goku's Family, he'll face Vegetas the whole way. Super Class, he has a chance to fight against Vegetas because there's a Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz stage. So there's decent chance for him to fight Vegetas in SBR and ESBR. So it's only really Red Zone and obviously the two Goku events. Now it just affects his attack stats. So his 300k defense after supering, it's going to be pretty good. Honestly speaking, he looks really, really solid. His attack stats aren't going to be low either when he doesn't face a Vegeta's unit. I think the grand total of his boosts goes from being 488% if there is a Vegeta enemy to 336 if there's not. So that's not too bad. I mean, it sounds like a lot. It is. It's going to drop down by about a third. What you would see as the 9 million, you'll see as the 6 million. But at 55% to hit 6.6 million turn 1 without anything else, no build-up, is very, very good. And 300k defense after super as a non-negotiable is also very, very good. So Goku looks very solid. I would say he's a great damage dealer. He's a great turn 1 unit. He's a great second slot and third slot unit. He has built-in crits, and you can build him into additionals because that way you can proc additional super attacks that will benefit off of the crit and will also maximize his defense. So overall, Goku's very good. I like how his kit works. In terms of links, that's kind of, I think, where both him and Vegeta get a little bit wonky, but Goku a lot less wonky than Vegeta. So yeah, in terms of his links, he's obviously got Kamehameha, which is fine. Legendary Power, which is also pretty decent, and Saiyan Lineage. All three of those are really decent links. Tons of linking partners, tons of common partners across Hybrid and Pure Saiyans. Legendary Power, all legendary units. The main issues in terms of his links are Z Fighters. Terrible link. No, not terrible. It's a good link. He's just not a link he's going to get often. Over in the Flash, which is great. It's a key link, so that's awesome. Shocking Speed, key link, so that's awesome. And Sharing the Limit, key link, so that's awesome. Considering how much of Goku's damage is dependent on him getting the 24 key comparatively to getting the 12 key, and of course the fact that his 24 key, or his 18 key rather, raises his defense, massively raises it, so doubles it, is kind of important. And I think, for the most part, that's probably, I would say, why him having so many key links is not an issue. It gives him a lot of variety in terms of linking partner. Yeah, he's not going to have a lot of links with someone, but he's going to have 2 or 3 key from them, and he's going to have at least 5 or 20% attack, which is pretty good. Obviously, he's got a very good linking partner in the form of the physical free-to-play Goku LR that we used earlier, who shares 5 links with him. That's obviously pretty good. Here you can see the damage is really toned down comparatively. Obviously we only have one support on this rotation, but you can see there has been a little bit of a decrease in terms of his overall damage. Now that is due to his passives a little bit. We only have 3 links active with this Gogeta, but just in general, once you remove that additional 70%, you are going to see a slightly worse version of Goku. Again, that being said, his damage is more than fine, and he still hits really hard, and his defense is more than serviceable after he supers. It's just that it's not that big kind of wow number that you're used to seeing from him, especially when he's facing a Vegeta. But with that being said, the knockoff from his 18 key isn't too bad. 4% is not that much health, for him to take. So yeah, overall, he's pretty cool. I think he's really solid. I think he's really good. I think he brings a lot to the table, which I think is fantastic. I think he brings huge damage, which is always cool. He's not got a lot of utility. He's not stunning anyone. He's not healing you. He's not got evasion or anything. He's a raw numbers kind of guy. But I can appreciate a unit like that. He will just deal a lot of damage and have good defense afterwards, and that's more than fine in terms of how you want him to operate, I guess. So yeah, overall, really happy with how he did. Here we've got pretty decent situation for him. 101,000 defense, so no defensive support here, which is good. It's nice to see how he does without one. 101k, that will turn into roughly 300k or so once he supers, so that's, gets his 18 key. Full disclaimer on that one. But yeah, and we should see a pretty good attack stat from him. We're not going to see something mind-blowing, but we should see something pretty solid from him here. And by mind-blowing, I mean not his 9.9 million, but 6.1. Really good. And there's a 50% crit chance on that as well. So you're going to be hard-pressed to find a lot of units that do that. Yeah, he's got a 40% support, but I mean, he's not got a lot of setup. He's not got orb setup. He's not got anything like that. He's just under a 160% leader skill and firing off 6.1 million attack stats. So pretty good. Goku looks really solid numbers wise. We'll take a look at his links now and discuss which linking partners are the best. But yeah, I think we've seen everything we need to see from Goku here. So in terms of links, I think overall, individually, it's probably best to focus on one link at a time in terms of key. So try not to get all 3 links. That's going to be nigh impossible. I actually think it is impossible. But you can focus on a combination of either link with Saiyan lineage. So shocking speed and Saiyan lineage, that'll give you good key. Over in a flash and Saiyan lineage, that'll give you good key. Sharing the limit and Saiyan lineage, that'll give you good key. It'll also give you a decent attack link. And I think overall will just give you a good basis to work off of. Alternatively, obviously, you can prioritize something like over in the flash and sharing the limit, for example, or over in the flash and shocking speed. You can kind of try and prioritize links as best you can. As mentioned before, the physical Goku is your best linking partner. He's got Kamehameha, got Z fighters, he's got sharing the limit, and he's got legendary power, and he's also got Saiyan lineage. So he's got a decent amount of link sets. He's actually also on a decent amount of same categories as Goku, so overall it's not so bad. It's great to always have a free-to-play unit. If you're looking for top end content where you're going to want to use Goku, then obviously you may not be able to run this physical Goku alongside him in the very top end, but this Goku's pretty good in like ESBR, SBR, lots of stuff. He's really great, so it's nice to have a good free-to-play running partner. Otherwise, personally speaking, like I said, just focus on one major key link at a time and then snag Kamehameha and legendary power. Generally speaking, just those 3 kind of links will be good enough for you, and if you can grab Saiyan lineage, you're then looking at a pretty solid set of 4 links. You'll have enough key. Remember, Goku also generates strength orbs, so it's not like you're overtly relying only on his links for key. You are getting those strength orbs that you can utilize, but his 18 key is very important. His 18 key is very important, obviously from a damage perspective, but also from a defensive perspective. Without the 18 key, Goku's defense goes from being very good after Super to being about okay for the current meta after Super. So it's very important to get his 18 key. Fortunately, it's not the most difficult thing in the world. Like I said, he's got so many different key links. He's got the strength orbs that he makes. Overall, he's just really good. Obviously, where you can, you want to try and give him some kind of support, which is why the physical Goku is such a good pairing partner for him. But if you can't get that support, then it's also okay. You don't have to give him support for him to hit good numbers. We saw 5 millions and 5.5 millions without support or tons of support or anything like that. So you don't need it, but you can obviously provide it, and it will give you a better look at Goku. Units like that, Int God Goku, great linking partner, shares 4 links with them. That's kind of what I mean. Like, you'll find that there's a lot of units that share 4 links with Goku, 2 of them being key links, and you're just going to see a very good performance from him regardless. Like I said, you don't need to hit all his links to have him look like a beast. Generally speaking, most of his links are key links, so you're only missing out on 5% attack, 5% defense at max level. If you can grab one of them and grab Z fighters rather, you're going to gain a lot more. Or grab Kamehameha and legendary power, you're going to gain a lot more than gaining 2 of his key links. He doesn't need all those key links. He's got them for diversity on his teams, but he doesn't need all of them. It's not mandatory. But yeah, that's it for Goku. Overall, pretty good. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below, and leave a like if you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a comment, and bye.